Om Shanti. Good morning. So today we will be studying Baba's Avyak Murli, dated 1st of April 1992. Baba often highlights the importance of balance. Even when it comes to our spiritual life and lokic life, there needs a balance. There needs a balance of love and law, and there are so many other balances. But especially the one which relates to relationship with Baba, that is the balance of having knowledge and just having feelings. Baba often highlights this balance a lot because many times we have seen, even in the Bhakti Marg, the path of devotion, that some devotees have so much feeling towards Baba, just like Shabri, or there are so many others who might not be intellectual very strong, but they have so much feelings for God that they definitely get results of those feelings. There is also second category of souls who are so much intellectual. Those who are Mahamandaleshwar, Shankaracharyas, or who have some probably even Gita by hearted or other scriptures. They know the shlokas, but probably they lack feelings, the pure love for God. They just have understood God intellectually. Even they get fruits based on their knowledge. They definitely get that result. But Baba is trying to say in this Murli that why not if you have both feelings as well as knowledge? If you have both, that will drive us many meals ahead in our efforts. So Baba has been telling this in many Murlis, but today's Murli is dedicatedly highlighting on this very specific aspect. So let's try to understand what Baba is telling. The Murli is dated 1st April 1992. In order to experience the flying stage, maintain a balance of two things: feelings filled with knowledge and yoga filled with love. Okay, beautiful thing. Feelings should be there for Baba, but if it is filled with knowledge and yoga, no doubt we know so many steps, stages of yoga, but if that is filled with love, that will make a massive difference. So let's try to understand how Baba connects these things in his own words. Today, Bab Dada is seeing the loving souls who are embodiments of loving feelings and the yogi souls who are embodiments of knowledge. Loving souls who are embodiment of feelings and yogi souls who are embodiment of knowledge. Both type of souls are loved by the Father, and both types of souls have a right to the inheritance of instant fruit according to their love and feelings. Hmm. So Baba is not telling that if you have one, you will not have inheritance. In fact, you will have inheritance of instant fruit according to the love and feelings. The yogi souls who are embodiments of knowledge are receiving the inheritance of experience of being equal in all powers and in being close to the Father. Mm. It's very natural if we are embodiment of knowledge, we might have that feeling, whatever Father knows, even I know. So I'm so close to the Father. So Baba is telling Although both are embodiments of attainment, there is a difference in the attainment of each. The children who are embodiments of love and loving feelings constantly stay in remembrance because of their loving feelings. As a result of their loving feelings, they experience love for the Father and they also experience power. However, they do not constantly experience all the power. Hmm? So, what is Baba mentioning? If we just have loving feelings, due to that love, we may experience power because love definitely has power element. However, they may not constantly experience power. Yogi souls who are embodiments of knowledge especially experience easy victory with the experience of all powers. They experience equality. So although both type of children are progressing, only the yogi souls have the experience of a constantly unshakable and immovable stage. Loving souls or soul who are embodiments of loving feelings are moving forward through their love and loving feelings, but they are not constantly victorious. Loving souls constantly have Baba, Baba in their mind and on their lips, and they therefore receive cooperation from time to time. They definitely receive the fruit of their love from the Father according to the time. However, in becoming equal, it is the Jnani and Yogi souls who come closer. Hmm. So it is something which we can reflect. What does Baba mean that Jnani and Yogi souls? Of course, we are Jnani and that is why we are Yogi. And because of the Gyan only, we are Yogi. But what is the context with which Baba is telling that to become equal, it is the Jnani and Yogi souls who come closer. This is why you must keep the aim of having loving feelings and being an embodiment of knowledge. To the extent that you have loving feelings, accordingly, you must also be an embodiment of knowledge. Having loving feelings alone or knowledge alone is not perfection. The balance of both loving feelings filled with knowledge and being a yogi soul with love easily gives you the experience of the flying stage. To be equal to the Father means to be equal in both these aspects. At the present time, there are more souls who are embodiments of loving feelings that come onto the field of service. Those souls are necessary for both tasks of establishment, whether for establishment of the original eternal deity religion or establishment of the kingdom. However, now, according to the time, there is a greater need for the Jnani Yogi souls because in the future, due to the atmosphere of an attitude of disinterest, souls who are embodiments of loving feelings will come even more easily. This is why in service there has to be greater attention paid to souls who are Jnani and Yogi. It is essential to increase the number of such souls. Do you understand? Do not be content that the number of souls is increasing a lot, but now prepare souls who have the experience of all the powers, the same as the Father. Hmm? So, Baba is telling that even in service, pay greater attention for souls who are Jnani and Yogi, and such numbers should increase, not just Jnani souls. Because if the soul is both Jnani and Yogi, they will experience all powers from the same Father. The kingdom is expanding very well. However, for the world transformation, only souls who have a balance of both forms become instruments. So even if the soul is having a lot of feeling, they are not yogi, that's fine. They will be part of the kingdom. Kingdom will expand. However, the world transformation will not happen due to them. The world transformation will be only from the souls who have balance of both forms. They become instruments. This is because for the world transformation, souls are needed who have a very powerful stage and subtle powers, who are able to transform many souls with their attitude and their elevated thoughts. So, what is needed? Who are able to transform many souls with their attitude and their elevated thoughts. Souls who experience love for themselves, and are souls who have loving feelings move along very well by themselves, but they do not have that love or loving feelings for the world. This is only for the self and a few close souls. Only those souls who have a balance are able to do unlimited service and world service. Unlimited service can only be done through the powerful thoughts of the mind or through good wishes and pure feelings, not just through having loving feelings for the self. For by having good wishes and pure feelings, you can transform others. So, have you become such souls who have loving feelings filled with knowledge together with love and the power of yoga? Or are you happy just to see the loving souls who have loving feelings? Check whether you have, but check whether you have become benefactors or unlimited world benefactors. What is the result? Bab Dada has already told you that he has love for both types of souls. Bab Dada is pleased to see both types of souls. At least you have become loving souls and made Baba love being belong to you. Have you not? You have recognized him. You have claimed a right to the inheritance. You have come into the line of a handful out of multi-millions. You have reached your destination. You have saved yourself from wandering around with the body and the mind. And that is why you are happy, is it not? So the children are happy and the father is also happy. You have become those who have the fortune of happiness. Have you not? Compared to the souls of the world, look how ordinary the souls who directly belong to the Father are. Look how wonderful the students of the world teacher are. The one who is teaching is the highest of high, and those who are studying are ordinary. But only those who are ordinary knows the Father who comes into an ordinary form. So it's wonderful thing that the highest of high is teaching us who are ordinary. And the best part is only we understand who the Father is. The best in the so-called best in class people here, they don't even know who the Father is. Had they been knowing, they would have also been studying, right? So that is why Baba told us, you have become those who have the fortune of happiness. Bab Dada does not come here as a VIP. He comes in an ordinary form. He does not enter the body of a prime minister or a king. This is why only ordinary ones who recognize him claim the fortune. So you are fortunate, are you not? You have received such great fortune, even to say multi-million times fortune. That is not enough. Even now, the number of children is very large. Previously, you used to think, what will such a large hall be used for? Hmm? So, this Murli was, I think, in Om Shanti Bhavan, 1992's Baba was having that. So, we had meditation room which was big enough to accommodate all those who came to Madhuban because we had very limited stay at Panda Bhavan and nearby areas. So when Gyan Sarovar, not Gyan Sarovar, when this Om Shanti Bhavan was created, it had a huge capacity, but we never had accommodation of that much. So originally people felt that why such a big hall needed? Because meditation hall could actually accommodate everything, everyone. But then, as time flew away, even Om Shanti Bhavan was jam packed for Loki conferences, also for BK programs. Ultimately, as we know, even Diamond Hall was full. Many times it so happens that we never get a chance to sit in the Diamond Hall as well. So Baba says, even now, the number of children is very large. Previously, you used to think, what will be such a huge hall used for? And what does it seem like now? We should have an ever larger hall. Brahmins have the blessings that no matter how big you make something, it will still be small. Bab Dada is congratulating all those who have come. However, do not simply have loving feelings, but also become knowledgeable. Also become knowledgeable about matter. Don't just have knowledge about the soul, but about the soul, the supreme soul, and matter too. The drama is also included in that. You need the knowledge of all three. Where am I going and what attention do I need to pay to myself? If you do not have knowledge about matter, you are not knowledgeful. You need to have the knowledge of all three, the place, the individual, and the stage. Do not simply have loving feelings. I have to go there. I have to take so many souls there. To be an embodiment of knowledge means to be far-sighted and to be able to see the three aspects of time. If you have clear knowledge of all three, you attain success. If someone falls ill again and again, and this is due to his own mistake, Bab Dada would not call such a soul jnani or yogi. Knowledge means understanding. Understand your stage and understand your body. If you have the complete knowledge of the stage of the soul, the condition of the body, and the atmosphere in your body, intellect, I'll repeat, if you have the complete knowledge of the stage of the soul, the condition of the body, and the atmosphere in your intellect, you are knowledgeable. Therefore, do not become happy with just loving feelings. Hmm? So, when Baba says, along with feelings, you have to have powers. So, what does that mean? Knowledge of which stage of soul I am, what is the condition of my body, and what is the atmosphere of intellect. That will be called as knowledgeable. Both those who come here and those who bring others have here should be knowledgeable. Whatever happens is then said to be the sweet drama. You will not have any upheaval, will you? Remain unshakable. However, you must pay attention in future. Bap Dada knows how much the children have had to tolerate in reaching here. Baba has already congratulated you for this. Whatever inheritance each soul is to have, they will definitely receive it. None can be deprived of the inheritance, whether they are personally in front of Baba in the corporeal form or whether they are in the stage of Manmanabhava at their own place. They will definitely receive their inheritance. You have to be doubly knowledgeful. Do not be half knowledgeful. Acha. To the fortunate souls everywhere, to the souls who are experienced in having a balance of love and the power of yoga, to the souls who are embodiments, knowledge, and loving feelings, to the souls who fulfill their aim of becoming equal to the Father, to the souls who constantly experience themselves to be close to the special souls who constantly remain unshakable and immovable. Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So there were two elderly brothers from Karnataka who left their bodies within 12 hours of arriving in Madhuban, and therefore Bap Dada drew special attention to that. And finally, Baba meeting Dadis, you are increasing the power of the gathering. You are giving cooperation to one another with very good courage and are progressing very well. This courage of you instrumental souls is increasing the courage of many souls. You have become experienced with every situation. It seems like nothing new, does it not? Bapdata is giving a current from behind the curtain, but it is you souls who are playing a part on the stage. You are playing a good part. At Amrit Vela, Bapdada constantly says, Good morning and Namaste to the gathering of Mahavir souls. The number one souls, call it a current, call it love, but that becomes the nourishment for the whole day. It seems like that, does it not? Acha, everything is okay. With courage, success is guaranteed. With courage, success is guaranteed. So the Murli ends here. Let's pause for a couple of minutes and try to reflect. Okay, maybe we can start sharing now.
Om Shanti, brother.
Ye-
So Baba says, so we need to have good wishes and pure feelings. So ultimately, it is the power of thought that actually transforms the world. So for that, we need to. So when our thoughts are pure, then of course our attitude is also become pure, and that will, change the world, transform the world. So one checking that we can do is how much my thoughts and the feelings about myself, about the world, about others, how much am I transformed. Only then I really hold the title of world benefactor. Baba says it unlimited, benefactors. So it is through this pure thoughts and feelings that transformation takes place within me and also outside. It's to the extent that takes place within me, accordingly, it will reflect in the world also. Yeah, so this is the takeaway for me from this, Murli. Thank you, brother.
Yes, very important because the feelings have a direct impact on the transformation. So the more our thoughts are pure, that helps.
So I think the challenge would be here is to maintain when there is a challenging situation. For example, somebody is, uh, you know, um, not being nice to us, right? So at the time, holding pure thoughts about that person or that situation, that is where I think most of the people will have challenge. So if we can, otherwise, when everything is okay, everything is going well, then when the stage is good, then everything should go well. We may be able to have that pure thoughts, but on checking required is when the stage goes down. Yeah.
Yes. Baba also tells that becoming knowledgeful is not just about knowing the soul and supreme soul. It is also to know the matter. The drama is included. So Baba says that we need all the three knowledge. Where am I going and what attention do I need to pay to myself? Mm. Even that knowledge is needed. Just that we have done 7 days course or we are listening Murli daily, that is okay. But then how to apply that knowledge is something which Baba stressed again in this Murli. So Baba says you need to have the knowledge of all three, the place, the individual and the stage.
Yeah, Shanti Bhai, it's
Om
a
Shanti.
really heartfelt thanks to know that Baba recognizes those people who have feelings towards Baba as well. Despite having minimal of knowledge or yoga, those people who have constant feelings for Baba also have a place in his heart. You know, and naturally, as you brought out very well, that the yoga brings out the power of knowledge and how the mind, the intellect, and the yoga needs to be balanced to have a good stage for Baba. Somehow I felt the combination of yoga, intellect, and the feelings towards Baba is such a great thing to have for one to be closer to Baba and to attain all his powers and inheritance. I also was wondering, sometimes when Baba says intellectual, that you have to have knowledge, but at times Baba says you should not have these questions of what, why, and how. And it becomes even funnier when Baba says about the crooked, a sign of question mark and a full stop. Many of the branches of science, many of the lines of thinking these days are based on what, why, how. And in fact, when Baba reveals deeper knowledges about, Baba reasons out the various problems, ke karan and nivaran, why things happen. Sometimes I feel question as to when to put full stop, when not to put a full stop, and when to become an intellectual person, when not to become an intellectual person. So can you share your experiences as to when to become, you know, uh, an embodiment of knowledge and not to? Thank you. Om Shanti.
Yeah, very nicely you have brought out that point. Because the more intellectual we become, the more knowledgeable, the more we kind of try to come into these questions. Let me try to give you one example. I think, for example, we all believe in Baba, and so instead of asking a question that if there is a statement and if we have a question, oh, is this has been truly said by Baba? How does it define that God would have been telling that statement? That is one approach. Another approach is, okay, God has told, what is the intent behind this? So both has very different consequences. The first one is basically challenging the mere existence. And the second one is acknowledging the existence but trying to understand what made the person say those statements. So first one is basically uh, more on the challenge aspect, and second one is more on the clarity aspect. So once we change that perspective, it will be very easy for us to enjoy even when we are going deeper into the gyan rather than getting exhausted. So the more deeper we go in gyan, the questions of what, why, when, which, as you mentioned, we use in the normal, in the Lokic science, these questions here will not be questions. It will be actually converted into going deeper and we enjoying. These questions will not make us frustrated or restless. Rather, these will bring more clarity, more peacefulness. So it is just how the perspective which we changes. A same question a person can ask while becoming angry or agitated, but when he is going deeper into the silence, the same questions can bring more clarity. So this is one way we can see these things. And the first part which you mentioned, the one which Baba mentions about the feelings as well as coming into the knowledge, the balancing out those. So Baba definitely acknowledges both the children. It is not that if I am just having pure feelings for Baba, if I am telling Baba, I will not get anything. But of course, one who has both the aspects will definitely go ahead. So tomorrow, if I say Baba, Are Baba, I was always taking your name. I was, had so much feeling, deep love for you. So Baba will tell, hold on, that is okay to have deep love. You'll get that kind of inheritance. But there is something more which I asked you to do. And that is to have yoga with me. That is to have more deeper connection. So that is why Baba is acknowledging the two children's, but also at the same time he is telling what exactly is needed to become combined. So both are important.
Thank you, Maji.
And sometimes I really like when I listen Dadi Janki ji. Must have also listened to her class. Her classes were sometimes very much intellectual, and suddenly she used to go into deep love. Baba, Mera Baba, Pyara Baba. She used to just get in love, and then again she used to start the intellectual thing. So she had a very beautiful interplay between the yoga knowledge as well as love, the feelings for Baba. Mm. Sometimes we see speakers just having too much of intellectual gyan, and of course that is empowering and refreshing, but we may lack feelings in that case. But interplay of all both of this is something which we seldom see. Any other points anybody would like to cover before we close? So Baba says only the yogi souls have the experience of constantly unshakable, immovable state. So no doubt we are listening to Baba's Murli daily. Uh, we also have chart, but it is worth checking that how much plan execution we have for Baba's yoga, how much remembrance we are, because Baba says according to the time, In becoming equal, it is Jnani and Yogi souls who come closer. So, Jnani is one aspect and Yogi is one more, which Baba is highlighting today. There is a greater need for the Jnani Yogi souls. As he mentions, even while we do seva, how much we empower others in terms of yoga also. He tells now prepare souls who have the experience of all the powers, the same as that father. So let's sit in silence for 3 minutes and try to reflect. Let me go to the Paramdham and beloved. I am Master Unlimited World Benefactor. Baba is pleased with me since I am both Jnani and Yogi soul. I am that special soul who is in the line of a handful out of multi-millions. Baba has handpicked me, and as I realize my importance, I ask myself how much I am able to strike out balance between the Gyan and Yoga for myself. There is no question that I have great feelings for Baba. I can experience his love the entire day. However, those feelings are also filled with knowledge. I have complete faith, trust as to whom am I being nurtured, whom I am being taught. That faith, that knowledge brings me firm, unshakable, and constant progress. This knowledge makes my foundation more strong. And with this happy note, I come back to my corporeal body and I'm ready for my beautiful day, enjoying with Baba all the tasks which I do. Om Shanti. Okay, thank you everyone for joining. Have a nice day.